Habaragane. Wow. Habaragani, everyone. Habaragani. Waiting for my friends and family to join. Hello, Afroscope TV. Thank you for joining. Habaragani, everybody. Habaragani. Thank you for joining. It's the night of Kwanzaa, and it is the second night of Kwanzaa. It's the night of self-determination, and we're going to be talking about Kwanzaa and how we can prepare ourselves to have a brighter day. Kwanzaa, how about our Ghani, everyone? It's Kwanzaa. I'm waiting for my family to come in. Hey, Afroscope. It's Thankful Thursday. It's Nightly Thankful over at AfroscopeTV.com. And tonight we're going to be talking about Kwanzaa, the act of self-determination. It is Kwanzaa. It's time to celebrate, everyone. Come on into the room. Hello, family. Let me know if you're here. Hey, Jerry. Good to see you. Hello, everyone. Hello. Great job, Jerry. All right, everyone. This is Dr. Eve inside the Afroscope TV community. We are talking tonight about Kwanzaa. Hi, Myra. Thank you for joining. Everyone. This is some good old copyright-free African music you can find on YouTube anytime you need some background music. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Myra. Haven't seen you in a couple days. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a magnificent holiday. As all of you, Jerry, thank you for joining. So today, everyone, we're going to be talking about Kwanzaa, the day of Kwanzaa. And Habaragani, for those of you who do not know how to greet during the celebration of Kwanzaa, okay? Habaragani simply means what's the news, everybody? What's the news? So we're going to be talking about Kwanzaa today, and it is a celebration within the African American community that begins on the 26th of December through January 1st, the culmination of activities that goes on without the community. And tonight we're going to specifically be talking about Kujikalia and what that means. What is self-determination? Thank you once again, Afroscope TV community, for inviting me here to be a speaker amongst speakers. I am so happy. My name is Dr. Eveangel Savage. I am your evidence-based mobile social support coach, and I simply teach individuals to live out their best experiences by implementing evidence-based practice into their everyday lives, into their business, into helping our next generations to be equipped with the skills they need to make a difference. It's a black screen. I'm so sorry. Let me see what's going on here. Not sure why that's happening. How about that, folks? Is that better? Not really sure why my screen is black. I bet you can see me now. Come through, OBS. Come through, OBS. What in the world? Absolutely not on purpose. I don't know what's going on, OBS. You guys, we might have to start over because y'all know I got some stuff going on over here. Let me swipe down and swipe back up and come back on. I would prefer to do that because I don't understand why my screen is black. And I can't fix that. Just use my phone. Oh, right. Well, I could. Yeah, I could. Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Eve, and tonight I am talking about the purpose of Kwanzaa and what that means in terms of self-determination and how that impacts our lives going forward into 2017. So, self-determination. What exactly is self-determination? I've often heard say that, oh, what's self-determination? That's non-existent, right? Well, that's not true. I've heard people often say, how can you be in bondage for so many years, yet you be in charge of your own life, right? Thank you so much, you all. Well, self-determination is to define the world in our own image and interest, placing African people and our history and culture at the center of our world view. Thank you so much. And social reality. So in my reality, regardless of what's happening around me, I have the right to pursue life the way I deem it should be, regardless of what's going on around me. Doesn't mean I stop rallying around the social injustices that exist. It simply means that I put forth my best effort to make sure that I see the world the way I want to see it, correct? Keep going in and out. I'm so sorry. It's because I have OBS going and this phone at the same time because I'm not really sure. I started with OBS, so I'm not really sure why it's acting the way that it is. And there's not really a lot I can do about it. So, share request sent. Okay. All right. So, can you see me? That's my question. Can you see me? If you can see me, put a 1 in the chat. If you can see me, please put a 1 in the chat. I can't see. I can't figure out what's really going on. Okay, good. Can you hear me? Well, I guess you can hear me if you heard me say you see me. Okay, so let's just move. You don't understand what is What is it that you don't understand? I guess before I move further, I want to know what is it that you don't understand. You can't really hear. Oh, the phone, because the phone's not up. The reason, okay, gotcha. The reason why, can you hear me now? The reason why you couldn't hear me before was because I'm doing great, Marmar. Good to see you. You couldn't hear me before because I had OBS running at the same time as this phone, and I'm not sure. Do you have an echo of any kind? I'm not sure what happened. The technical difficulties going on. Nevertheless, here we go, guys. We're talking about Kujichagulia. Kujichagulia is the second day of Kwanzaa, celebrated by the African American community of the harvest, bringing in of the harvest of all of the things we've gained all year long. We come together during this time, the 6 days of Kwanzaa, to celebrate that harvest. Okay, and so today is the day of Kujichagulia. If I say to you, Habaragani, you then say to me, Kujichagulia. Kujichagulia is the day of self-determination. What does that mean? It means, thank you. It means simply to define the world in our own image and interest, placing African people and our history and culture at the center of our world view and social reality. So, what are some of the things that you can do to focus? What self-determination day is it what is it all about? That is the most important thing. What is it all about? And how can you focus on activities that reinforce the principle, right? Because if we're going to celebrate, it's important to say, okay, well, how can there's 7 days, there is a community, there are activities, but how do we celebrate this particular principle on this particular day? With self determination, you can emphasize that the creation of Kwanzaa was an act of self determination. Your business, your creation of your business was an act of self determination. Your creation of a product was your act of self determination. Your anything that you creatively do is an act of self determination. So you can also review the Kwanzaa symbol so that you can understand specifically what what it involves and how does it also impact your understanding of self-determination. And as you know, there are seven principles of um, there are seven principles. I'm sorry, seven principles which are Umoja, Kujichagulia, Ujima, Ujamba, Nia, Kaumba, and Imani. There are quite a bit of symbols that you can learn about through Kwanzaa activity, which you can also find on the internet. And they're amazing. There are your candles, your three red candles, your black candle for unity, and your three green candles. There's also your mat. You have your seven basic symbols, and then you have two complementary ones. The Kwanzaa symbols are displayed on what we call a Kwanzaa set. What is a Kwanzaa set? A Kwanzaa set consists of crops. You ever seen the little corns, ears of corn that you can sometimes find in the supermarket after Thanksgiving? There, yes, the mazu they're called mazo or mazo. I'm not sure how it's said, but I think it's maza. So then you have your maza, your mat, your candle holder, which is your kanara. Then you have your ears of corn. Then you have your unity cup, and you have your seven candles, and then you have your gifts, which is called your zawadi. The two supplemental symbols are the flags. Sometimes we make flags, and we did that in our family. We had our children make flags, and they also sold the flags because they really, really enjoyed making creative things and going to market with them. This was one of the first businesses that we had. We called it Naima's Rings and Things. And so we would make all kinds of products and we would sell them. That again is an act of self self-determination. So you can review your symbols as one of the ways to emphasize Kujichagulia. You can emphasize the creation of something. You can make the celebration focus on your family, right? So you can have a family function within the home to celebrate and talk about the day, the things that have passed all year long, expectations for the next year within your family. You could also make the celebration festive and joyous, where you have music and you have poetry, or you have acts of creativity, singing and song. You can also try to have a special meal. Like we always had a special African meal, some kind of dish that was unique to our family, right? We would love to have some of yours, catchy, and some of the natives of the African culture. I'd much rather have some of yours, but we do our best here as Native Americans or American African Americans to try and find those things that we find close to our culture to celebrate as well. So you can either have a special meal in the home or join a community event, because there's always events going on all over the community that celebrate Kwanzaa as well. Or another way is you can make the day special with a focus on African American culture and history, which is what we're talking about right here. Self-determination day activities, using the Swahili greeting to greet each other. Habarigani. It simply means, what's the news? Your response, Kujichagulia. Discuss a major event is one thing that you could do, which is a milestone of some sort. An artist, a musician. Share a movie. There's a great movie that just came out too, and I can't think of the name of it, but I've got to get to that movie. Discuss a movie in Black history, right? Okay. Then you can read African American proverbs. That's another great way, or folk tales or poems, which is something I just shared as well. You can decorate or discuss plans for decorating with an African decor or a feature of some sort. Some of the amazing things that I've seen is like there's that Langston Hughes poem. Let's read that. For example, it says, it's a ballad. It's a ballad in history. There is so much to write about in the Black race, and on each page of history glows a dusky face. Ancient pharaohs come to mind, way back in BC. There is so much to write about in the Black race. Though now of Ghana's empire there remains no trace, once of Africa's great cultures lighted Europe's dark, as Mandingo and Songhay cradled learning's ark, before the Moors crossed into Spain to leave their mark, or a Kwanzaa symbol. Okay, so there are so many ways that you can be creative about the day of Kujichagulia. There will be 5 more days to follow until we get to New Year. We culminate with Nia, which is the day of purpose. And so get involved. Find out a little bit more about Kwanzaa. If you are African American or otherwise just simply want to learn about what Kwanzaa is, get involved. Just type in the word Kwanzaa in your community and find out what's going on in your community and connect with your community. Get outside. Learn about what these symbols are. If you have children, get them started today, because the children are the future. They are the legacy that will carry on the cultural festivities and meanings behind what we do. So one of the things I want to share with you also in my preparation for my creative project was to prepare myself and position myself, because I was determined that I was going to come off of that job and I was going to have a business of my own, and I had to set my stage in order to do that. I did that by following 6 fundamental social behaviors, and those behaviors are found right here in my neat little book called Clients Everywhere, Will Your Name Come to Mind? Clients Everywhere, Will Your Name Come to Mind? This book can be purchased today at tinyurl.com. Will your name come to mind? tinyurl.com/ will your name come to mind. It is the book of social behaviors that I put into place so that my name could be found in the marketplace. If someone were to see me today, if they wanted references, if they wanted social validation, if they wanted anything about me, all they had to do was to Google me. And the only way you can be found in Google is you have to strategically invent yourself. And that is exactly what I did. I strategically invented myself along with all the many credentials that God has blessed me with to be able to position myself for the future. Hello, Mama Tony. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about my book, which and Kwanzaa, and how that relates to this day of self-determination. And how did I do that? First, by adhering to the call of the Father, and secondly, by 6 fundamental behaviors, of which I discuss in my book. It's downloadable. It's called Clients Everywhere. Will your name come to mind? Clients everywhere. Will your name come to mind? This book can be purchased. Excellent. This book can be purchased at tinyurl.com/ will your name come to mind. This is Dr. Eveangel Savage, your evidence-based mobile social support coach, and I am here on Afroscope TV. Please join this lovely community. Oh, I'm so sorry. As we are preparing for the new year and all the wonderful things. Hello, Ramona Speaks Too. We are preparing to move into the new year, and there are a lot of great things going on in the Afroscope TV community. Please join at www.afroscopetv.com/join. And lastly, please, as a reminder, if you want to be creative, if you want to be self-determined, create your idea, but be sure that you are positioned. Clients everywhere. Will your name come to mind? Can be found at tinyurl.com/ will your name come to mind. Thank you so much. It's been great right here on the Nightly Thankful Show at Afroscope TV. This is Dr. Eve, and for now, I'm signing off. I think my broadcast stopped. I think that's what happened.